Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans, do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Cowboys Nation! Today, we're diving deep into a story that's been making waves across the NFL community, especially among Cowboys fans. You know how sometimes in the NFL things look bleak and people start doubting the choices of team management? Well, what's happening now with Dallas is a perfect example of the unpredictable nature of this league. Just a few weeks ago, many fans and analysts were skeptical about the hiring of Brian Schottenheimer as their head coach. Yeah, I said head coach. After all, he spent the last 3 seasons with the Cowboys, including 2 as offensive coordinator, and now he's leading the team at the top. And honestly, the initial reactions mixed to say the very least. A lot of mocking, a lot of skepticism about whether this was the right move. But folks, as you've probably seen in the NFL, it's never wise to judge a book by its cover, especially when it comes to coaching hires. And now, after witnessing what this team has achieved under Schottenheimer's leadership, it's clear that the Dallas Cowboys made a significant, perhaps even inspired decision. Because believe it or not, that once criticized hire is starting to look like one of the smartest moves of the season. So, what exactly changed? How did this coaching transition go from being a punchline to a potential blueprint for success? Well, let's break it all down. Starting from the early days of Schottenheimer's arrival. When the Cowboys announced his hiring, the reaction was a mix of confusion and outright ridicule. The process that led to his selection was scrutinized heavily. Fans and pundits questioned the timing, the strategy, and whether Dallas was making a mistake by promoting from within rather than going after a high-profile name. For context, Schottenheimer had been in the building for a few years, first as offensive coordinator and now as head coach. But many wondered if he had the experience or the gravitas to lead a team with Super Bowl aspirations. Remember, Dallas has been a franchise hungry for that elusive 6th Lombardi trophy, and every decision, especially at the coaching level, carries enormous weight. And yet, despite the early skepticism, what we've seen unfold on the field paints a very different picture. The Cowboys' season, while still in progress, has shown signs of resilience, adaptability, and growth that are truly impressive. Let's analyze what's happening right now, starting with the recent monumental victory over the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day. A game that's already become legendary among fans. Winning 31-28 against a team led by a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes is no small feat. It's a statement game, a game that says, hey, we're here to contend. And the way Dallas pulled this victory off, especially considering the circumstances, is a testament to the coaching staff's ability to prepare, motivate, and adapt. What's striking is the way Dak Prescott played in that game. Prescott, who has been under the spotlight for years, has been playing some of the best football of his career lately. And there's a direct correlation between Prescott's performance and Schottenheimer's offensive scheme. Prescott himself publicly praised the coach, emphasizing that Schottenheimer is the right guy for the job, and that the entire team is following him. That's a powerful statement coming from the franchise quarterback, especially in a league where leadership and trust are everything. You might wonder what exactly has changed in Dallas's offense. Well, for starters, Scott has introduced a more modern, dynamic approach. He's incorporated more motion and pre-snap movement, which creates confusion for defenses and allows Prescott to read the field better. The old Dallas offense was often predictable, relying heavily on a static set of plays that defenses could anticipate. Now, there's a marriage of run and pass that feels more fluid, more unpredictable, and more suited to the NFL's current trends. And it's not just about the scheme, it's about the philosophy. Schottenheimer is designing plays not just to get the ball in certain areas, but to maximize the strengths of his players. For example, the way he's utilizing Prescott's mobility and decision-making, or how he's dialing up play action at strategic moments shows a nuanced understanding of offensive football. Comparing this to the previous regime under Mike McCarthy, who sometimes seemed more rigid and predictable, Scott's approach feels fresh and innovative. Some critics point out that as a first-time head coach, Schottenheimer still has room to grow, especially in situational play calling. But, and here's the key, if in your first year you're able to lead your team to beat last year's Super Bowl contenders, the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs in such a short span, then clearly your methods are working. The fact that Dallas is the first team in NFL history to beat both of last season's Super Bowl participants within 5 days shows just how impressive this turnaround has been. It's a feat that will go down in the record books and is a testament to the coaching staff's ability to prepare and inspire their players against top-tier competition. Now, let's talk about the impact beyond just this season. Sure, the Cowboys are still fighting to secure a playoff spot in an NFC that's incredibly competitive. The NFC is deep with teams like the Eagles, 49ers, Lions, and others all vying for playoff positions. But if Scott and Hammer's squad continues on this trajectory, the team's playoff chances are very real. And make no mistake, this coaching hire, initially mocked and doubted, might turn out to be one of the best decisions Dallas has made in recent years, especially when looking ahead to future seasons. The trust and buy-in from the locker room are palpable. Dak Prescott's comments are just the tip of the iceberg. The players are clearly responding to Scott and Hammer's leadership style, which combines strategic innovation with a sense of accountability. The team's resilience, especially after the tragedy involving Martian Nealand, is an even bigger testament to how well the Cowboys are rallying around their coach. That incident could have derailed their season, but instead, it seemed to galvanize the team, fueling their performance and focus. Looking at the bigger picture, Dallas's recent successes also raise questions about how they compare to other NFL teams this season. The Eagles, for instance, have been dominant, but Dallas has shown they can hang with the best. Beating teams like the Chiefs and Eagles in quick succession is no coincidence. It highlights a shift in the NFC landscape where the Cowboys are no longer just contenders on paper, but real threats on the field. Their defense, led by Micah Parsons, remains formidable. But it's the offense that's really catching fire thanks largely to Scott and Hammer's innovative scheme. Now, it's important to consider the historical context. Dallas has a storied history of coaching legends Tom Landry, Jimmy Johnson, Bill Parcells, and each brought their own style and success. The current era, however, has been marked by inconsistency and coaching changes. The fact that Scott and Hammer, a relatively inexperienced head coach, is making such an impact so early in his tenure is noteworthy. It reminds us that sometimes innovation and fresh ideas can turn the tide faster than seasoned veterans alone. Furthermore, Prescott's development under Scott and Hammer's system is a story worth watching. The quarterback has always been talented, but his recent performances suggest he's finally reaching another level. His leadership combined with the scheme's flexibility seems to be unlocking his full potential. This synergy is crucial because in the NFL, a team's success is often tied to the quarterback's ability to elevate the offense, and Prescott appears to be doing just that. And let's not forget the next steps. The Cowboys have some tough games ahead, including divisional matchups and crucial late-season battles for playoff positioning. The question now is, can they sustain this momentum? Will Scott's play calling continue to evolve, and will Prescott keep playing at this level? Many experts believe that Dallas's trajectory is upward, but as we all know, the NFL is unpredictable. Injuries, turnovers, and even the mental toughness of the team will play significant roles in how far they can go. As we look to the future, the NFL landscape continues to shift. The NFC is wide open, and Dallas, with its combination of a revitalized offense, strong defense, and a coach who's earning respect, could very well be a dark horse contender. The recent victories, especially against powerhouses like the Chiefs, have sent a message. This team is not to be underestimated. The coaching staff's ability to adapt and motivate will be key, and the players' confidence, exemplified by Prescott's praise, indicates a team that's buying into the vision Scott and Hammer has for them. So, what can we expect moving forward? Will the Cowboys continue this impressive run? Will Scott's innovative approach become the blueprint for sustained success? Or will they face setbacks and challenges that test their resilience? These are questions that only time will answer, but one thing is clear. Dallas is in a new era, and it's exciting to watch unfold. The coaching hire that was once ridiculed now seems to be paying off in ways nobody predicted, and that's what makes this season so compelling. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe that Scott and Hammer is the right man to lead Dallas to another Super Bowl run? How do you see Prescott's role evolving in this new offensive scheme? Are you excited about the future of this team, or do you still have concerns? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Pause here just for a second if you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you. It's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. Now wrapping up, It's impossible not to be impressed with how far the Cowboys have come this season, from initial doubts and criticism of their coaching hire to now standing tall with a performance that's turning heads across the league. Dallas is proving that sometimes patience and belief in a vision can lead to extraordinary results. The journey of Brian Scott from being mocked to becoming a respected leader reminds us all that in the NFL, success often depends on resilience, innovation, and the unwavering belief of a team. The future remains uncertain, but one thing's for sure: this team is on the rise, and they're doing it in style. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So, stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys!